Hi, I'm Ron Dunn. I'm from Gleason, Dunn, Walsh & O'Shea. We're the attorneys for the New York State PBA. We're here with the folks from Corning Place Communications to do some training for you so that the delegates of the PBA can provide the quality representation that we all need. We're going to start with the contract. By far, the most important thing that any union does is to negotiate a contract for its members. That's what determines how much we get paid. It's what determines what days we work. It determines our quality of life. It's easily the most important thing that a union does. Contract is worth nothing unless we enforce it. So once in a while, there's a circumstance where contract is being breached. In simple layperson's terms, the state of New York is not following the contract. So we're going to talk a little bit about how we go about following or filing what's called a contract grievance. And that's simply put the way to force the state of New York to follow the agreement that they made with us and pay you the proper wages and give you the proper hours. So first we start with, what's a contract grievance? It's very simple. The parties have entered into an agreement with each other. It's called our collective bargaining agreement. And that is the pledge of the union and the state of New York to live up to certain terms. This is how much we'll be paid. This is what our hours of work will be. This is what our uniform will be. This is what our uniform allowance will be, whatever that entails. So this is the deal that we have struck. A contract grievance is where one party or the other doesn't live up to the deal. So we need to file a grievance or a way to challenge the other side to make them live up to what they agreed to do. Contract grievance. All the time, members are coming to our union delegates and saying, I want to file a contract grievance. The state is not living up to its agreement with me. So the delegate needs to go through certain processes to make sure that we, as your union representative, have all the tools we need to make the state of New York live up to the agreement that they made. That would be the collective bargaining agreement. So the place to start in determining whether or not there's been a violation of the agreement, oddly enough, is the agreement itself. So what you need to do as a delegate is to get your book out with the member, sit down with the member and say, show me the section of the collective bargaining agreement that you believe has been violated. That's the very first piece, because in order for there to be a contract violation or contract grievance, we must point to something in the contract. If it's not in the contract, it's not a contract grievance. It's that simple. In order to do this, once we get the member out, we get our contract book out, we walk through the contract provision, and that literally requires you and the member to both have your book in your hands and to get the book out and to go through the interactive process with the member. Show me the section. And not all members are as familiar with this very large contract book as you are. So you work with the member to work through, okay, tell me what happened to you at the employment site, and then let's together walk through the contract agreement, our collective bargaining agreement, and let's see which sections that you believe have not been complied with. So that requires us to identify the sections and to literally read them aloud with the member.